Let's talk about the crazy, delusional supercar fans. I've never seen anything like these guys on social media. Other people on pages, they'll whinge or they'll have an argument. But these guys are next level crazy. They've got this overinflated view of where supercar fits on the world motorsport stage, and they just can't handle any sort of criticism. Oh, it doesn't even have to be criticism. It can be nothing to do with supercars. I put a post up on a Facebook page the other day, a NASCAR Australia page, saying it was a post that I shared about Kyle Larson being in the conversation as the world's greatest driver because of all of his incredible achievements over the last few years. There was no mention of any other driver. There was no mention of anything to do with supercars. But the supercar drivers who have now joined that page because they've got SVG racing in NASCAR took that as me saying SVG is a terrible driver. And the post was about Kyle Larson. It was about him and the conversation that is being had about how great he is. But the supercar fans attacked me because in their minds I was saying Kyle Larson, SVG isn't any good. What the fuck? What did my post have to do with Shane Van Gisbergen? He certainly isn't. Shane Van Gisbergen certainly isn't in the conversation for being the greatest driver on earth. Like, the guy can drive. The guy's incredible. His drive at Chicago was fantastic. There were some pretty exceptional circumstances that lent his way for him winning that race. For one, he's been racing on street circuits for 15 years. The NASCAR Cup guys have never seen one before. SVG's been racing in the rain for 15 years on street courses. The Cup guys have only ever been on rain tyres twice in the last 75 years. So there was certainly an advantage to SVG winning that race, but I'm not taking away from what a great drive it was. It was a great drive. But since then, he's running in the top 20. He was running in the top 20 in Xfinity, and he's won 2 Xfinity road course races. That's all he's done. He got beat at Coda by Kyle Larson, and here come all the excuses why he got beaten. You guys, when he wins, it's because he's the greatest thing since fucking sliced bread. When he loses, it's because of a myriad of things went wrong. So, let me get back to my point about what he's done. He's won 2 Xfinity races on road courses. Apart from that, he's done nothing. He's run good for a rookie. I reckon he's doing a great job. And let me preface this by saying I'm rooting for him. I hope he can kick everyone's ass. I hope he can go get into Cup next year and be really good. I really do. For having someone from this part of the world go to Cup and succeed at a level that high, I'm going for him. I really hope he can. But I'm also realistic about where he's at the moment, which is really, he's going okay. He's done nothing out of the ordinary. The Xfinity drivers are kids starting out who've only been racing a few years, or guys who didn't make it in Cup and went back to Xfinity. So he's not racing against the cream of the crop in Xfinity. He's racing against kids and guys who didn't make it. And he's still only running top 15 on the ovals. You guys love to say that oval track's nothing. You know, like, oh, anyone can do that. Why can't he? If it's so bloody easy to race on an oval track, why can't he do it if he's the greatest driver in the world? Come on, why can't he? Then the argument comes about equipment, and you guys just show how little you know about NASCAR and the different tiers. There's 3 Chevrolet first-tier teams. Hendrick, RCR, and Trackhouse. Trackhouse is a first-tier OEM Chevrolet team, the same as the other 2. Same resources, same equipment. There's also 3 Ford teams, and so on. So 4 teams are Roush, front row now because Stewart Haas lost their first-tier status. Or Ford left them to go to front row, and Roush and Penske. They're the 3, and with Toyota, it's Joe Gibbs, Denny Hamlin's team, 2311, and the Jimmy Johnson thing that used to be Petty's, whatever that's called now, some club. Rotary Club or Lions Club or some fucking club. Anyway, so they're the first tier teams. So he's got first tier equipment. Give him a chance. You guys have got such fucking high expectations for him that it's impossible for him to achieve what you expect him to achieve. Let him develop. Let him learn. Let's see how he goes at Watkins Glen when he goes there and he's racing in a cup car against cup guys on a road track. Okay? Another road track like Coda where he lost. Okay? He lost the Xfinity race there as well. Of course, that was someone else's fault. It's always someone else's fault when he loses. But he lost at Coda. Kyle Larson handed him his ass. And now they're going to go to Watkins Glen, and we'll see how he goes. If he wins there against those guys, you guys have got an argument that he's as good as the other cup guys on road courses. But we have yet to see him anywhere near as good as anyone in NASCAR on an oval. Even the kids are beating him. Hailie Deegan's beating him, finishing in front of him. So calm down. Calm down. You guys are nuts. You're absolutely nuts. Quickly, the last thing, no full-time NASCAR driver is ever coming to race in Supercar. You can stop all that, all this propaganda and this clickbait shit that's going on, all these different sites and magazines. Not happening. They race 40 weeks a year. They're not going to give up a weekend with their families to come to buttfuck Australia to race in a series that nobody in the world cares about. They get paid millions to do what they're doing. Do you know they get $80,000 at most races to come last in Cup? To come last? Where Supercar don't get paid at all. So don't tell me they're going to come to Supercar and run mid-pack or worse in a car they've never been in before with a bunch of guys they don't know. And they're not doing it. It's not happening. All this stuff is rubbish. You guys need to get your head out of your asses and some reality and give Van Gisbergen a chance to succeed and stop expecting the impossible from him. He's done nothing yet. He's done nothing great yet. He's doing a good job, but he's done nothing great yet. Give him a chance.